skip the fours. We got to have a three. No, sir, I can't do it. So then he comes back a couple of weeks later. He takes $100 million off. I said, nope, it's got to have a three. I said, cancel it. I don't care. Don't cancel it in writing. I said, we don't want the planes. I was very careful. We don't want the planes. Are you canceling the order? I said, no, we don't want the plane. Because I don't want to pay $250 of your money, if you don't mind. And by the way, I could tell you about 300 of these stories, all right? These are stories at all different things. This one, I just see the plane sitting there, so beautiful. So I said, no, we don't want the plane. Now, I can't really go to Europe and order the comparable plane, because there is no comparable plane, but I can. I can't say, I'm going to buy it in Europe. I'm going to buy Air Force One in Europe. Somehow that doesn't work, so I can't. I said, no, we're going to get used to this. We're going to have this plane. We'll fix it up. It'll be just fine. So time goes by, and they raise it. They bring it down another couple of hundred. They bring it down another couple, and then all of a sudden it started dropping like a rock. And we agreed to 3.95. Somebody said, well, it must be a totally different plane. Nope. In fact, I actually had one generator added. It's not a big deal. One generator added. And they said to me, then Boeing came to me, so it's 3.9 as opposed to 5.7. Now, that took about 2 months, 3 months. But isn't it really nice, right? The same exact plane, except with a different paint job. Our plane is going to be as beautiful as that looks, Jackie O. Our plane is going to be red, white, and blue. Doesn't that make sense? Red, white. And then they came to me, and the general came to me. The general came to me, and he said, sir, I know the way you like everything to be perfect. And sir, instead of coming down, see the big stairway on the left? You're really up there. When you're at that stairway, you're like on a 3-story building. Right? And sir, if it's rainy or bad weather or it's blowing, and I'm thinking about my hair, right? Oh, sometimes by the time I get down, the big one, the little one is a different deal, but the big one, which we use 95%, by the time I come down that big stairway, sometimes I am wiped out. You know, the wind is blowing. I said, is there any wind outside? Yes, sir, 50 miles an hour. That's good. The stairs are shaking. I'm shaking the whole thing. By the time I get into the car, I end up running the last. By the time I get into that car, I'm wiped out, okay? I got to say. Does anybody have a mirror? So the general said, sir, we can build a new stairway under the plane, sir. It's a spiral stairway. I said, wow, that's a great idea. You'd be totally protected, sir. I said, fantastic. How much? 50. I said, wow, 50. That's a great deal. I'll take it. I said, I'll take it. I said, by the way, so for $50,000, I can build. No, sir, $50 million. I said, I don't want this stairway for $50 million. I tell you this because you people understand business. No, he said, we can build it for 50. I thought he meant $50,000. That's a lot of money for a stairway. No, we can do it for $50 million. So if you don't mind, I decided, let my hair get messed up, right? So that's the story. That's a long story on the beautiful Air Force One. So we have it coming in, and can you imagine after all that? I better win this damn contest. Can you imagine if I saw Sleepy Joe? He wouldn't even know it's a different plane. He'd get on, oh, this is very nice. Where am I? Where am I? You're an Air Force One. Oh, I didn't know that. This is very nice. How old is this plane? He'd say. I'd say, brand new, sir. It's brand new. Just came. If I see that gorgeous, you have to see the striping. It's incredible. There'll be nothing like it, and I don't want to see it. He won't appreciate it. He won't appreciate it because he won't understand it. But anyway, so that's the story that I tell. I could tell 100 stories like that. It's all the same. The waste, it's all the same. And it was all coming together. And then we had to spend $3 trillion on the plague. Can you believe it? With all of that, peanuts we're talking, we had to spend, and we signed a trade deal with China, which was so great. But the ink wasn't dry when we got hit by the China plague. And we'll never forget it. We'll never forget it. You watch. Sleepy Joe Biden doesn't care about New Hampshire. I saw that. He left this state before the primary was even over. He abandoned you. You know? He likes to say Pennsylvania, well, he left them too when he was 9 years old, you know? And based on the polls, I'm seeing the people of Pennsylvania understand that very much. And as I said at the very beginning, a lot of strange things. You know, we're way up in Florida. We're doing fantastic in Iowa, fantastic in North Carolina. We think really good in Pennsylvania. We're doing great in the great state of Texas. And these aren't polls. These are people now. You know, now you don't need polls so much. These are people. We're doing great all over. Georgia's looking very good. We're doing great all over. This could be a very interesting evening on November 3rd. Now, you know, the biggest risk we have are the fake ballots. To me, they send millions of ballots all over the country. They found some in a garbage can, military ballots. The name Trump was written in by the military, and they found them in a garbage can. Thousands and thousands, 500,000 incorrect applications in Virginia. Thousands and thousands of things. I say the biggest risk we have are the fake ballots. You know, I voted yesterday in Florida, and I went and I voted in person because I like to vote in person. Call me old-fashioned, but a lot of our people want to vote in person. So they want to vote. So I went to Florida. Sir, do you have identification? They said that.